All right, so what's up? So we are about to get into a little art therapy because um, there are some things that we need to work out. Okay, so there's a lot of discontentment. There's a lot of fear. You know, you think that you're going to run away. No, you're not going to run away, and you're not going to be chased neither. Okay, so you know, it's kind of like it's like somebody feels a rejection because somebody refuses to trauma bond with them. Okay, so we're just going to do some healing work. Okay, let's get started. I'm trying to find the video. All right, are we rolling? We are rolling. Okay, so we're just going to get into. I'm just going to get into working on my film. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. But we're going to have a little therapy session. And we have the lights down low. And we have candles burning. So, we're gonna face these fears head on. We're gonna cut the shit. Enough of the shit. Because the shit is driving us all crazy. Okay. It's driving us all crazy. This is going to be a simple scene. It is going to be a different perspective from this scene here. Okay, so it's going to be like the camera moves. Okay, so let's get into it. So, there's a lot of fear. And there is a lot of, information being misconstrued. There are a lot of misunderstandings. But anytime that we deal with fear, we can expect that, we're going to deal with certain things. Okay. Let's just be real. Somebody is in love. You are dangerously crazy in love, and you are caught in between. You are caught in between the world that you know and the world that you want to create. Okay. So, it's natural that we have our insecurities and that we have our fears. But what is special is when we have someone who can understand those fears and those insecurities and not judge us for that, but to share and open up with us. Put somebody else to the test. A lot of the times when you're afraid, you're thinking too much about how you're not enough. But in a relationship, don't when you're going through rough times, hard times, don't you want a loving, supporting partner? If you don't experience any challenging times like that, then how do you know that a relationship can stand the test of time if it's not tested? Relationships are a lot of work. We don't want to understand. We don't want to accept that. We want things to be easy. Loving a person, I feel like loving a person should be easy. I feel like accepting them is not always going to be easy. But, when you love someone, it's not about trying to find the answers. It's about, this is your decision. This is not a family member. This is not, this is not someone you have to deal with within your life. This is a choice. You get to choose the person. So, choose wisely. My thing is that individuals are not feeling good enough for what they want. The feeling is mutual. Everybody is feeling the same. Everybody is feeling not good enough right now at this time. Everybody is feeling like maybe it's too late, or shit is just too good to be true, and blah 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 blah. It's because you weren't preparing yourself for your blessing, and now that it's here, you don't feel ready, and you think that you can just push it to the side until you're ready for it. But that's not what you really want to do. You're just too much in your head thinking about it. And every time you think about it and there's a thought that makes you uncomfortable, or maybe that triggers you, it's kind of like you want to run away. I pick up that somebody deals with addictions. My thing is, if you're highly intelligent and you don't have some type of vice, I don't understand what the fuck you are doing. You know what I mean? Your brain must be stressed the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? It's not enough sex in the world. It's not enough creativity in the world. It's not enough, honey. It's not enough productivity. It's not enough activity. It's not enough. When you are highly intelligent, and then on top of that, if you're very empathic, we tell ourselves that we can cope, but in all actuality, we struggle from time to time. You're supposed to. You have to be broken down. People are afraid to be broken down. You need to be broken down and rise back up. The foundation that you're standing on is faulty. Meaning that it's not genuine. It doesn't have to be genuine, but you wouldn't be suffering if you didn't want genuinity. The thing is, nobody's going to fight for you. You have to fight for yourself. And you have to do that because it gets dangerous. Because people are trying to convince people of certain things. You don't want to be that person that's trying to convince anybody of anything. Because all you're going to do, all you're going to do is add and create more suspicion. If somebody doesn't believe you, if somebody doesn't see you for who you truly are, then, you know, to me, that's a good thing. Why waste your time with somebody who can't see you for who you are? And then sometimes individuals, you know, they want to judge you, and then they want to judge you very harshly. You think you could just bow out and be nice about it, and that's going to save you? It's kind of like, do you really think that that's going to work? That's not going to work, sir. Yeah. You see, I don't know. Like, I always tell people, you have to be careful about who you fuck with. You know, everybody is not playing these little games with you. Everybody is not, you know. I just kind of get a vision of somebody, you know, they're laughing. They think that this shit is cute, you know. In a way, they want to see how much you care, you know. But it's just like, they want to see how much you care until shit gets out of control, you know. And then they want to judge you for shit being out of control because you got out of control. But it just kind of seems like that's what they want to see. It's not about what they want to see. Because, see, what we're dealing with here, we're dealing with relationships. We're dealing with relationships. You know, people don't want to feel alone in how they feel. You know, they want some type of comfort. You know, sometimes individuals are so prideful. You know, they use the art of destruction to like break somebody else down so that that person can cry, and they can cry with them because they want to cry. But there's, you know, I don't know, they don't want to do it alone. If you can't cry for yourself, if you can't cry with yourself, how are you going to expect somebody to be able to support you through your heavy emotional times? It's crazy. It's real crazy. You definitely want someone who's going to hold you accountable. Because how else are you going to grow? You know, sometimes your partner can see who you want to be and who you're striving to be. But they also can see how the world, situation, and circumstances are distracting you and getting in the way of that. So it's nice to have someone who can help to remind you of who you really are. It's nice to have a friend like that too. And that's another thing. If you're not okay with something, stop pretending like you're okay with it, because you're not okay with it. It's okay not to be okay with something. because you want to pretend to be something that you're not. And somebody knows and they want to love you. You see, you're behaving and acting, somebody is, right? Untrustworthy. So it's just like, is that what it is? Are you untrustworthy? And you want to avoid telling the truth, telling somebody the truth of who you are? I guess you don't have to say anything because maybe you may feel embarrassed, but think about how that other person feels, especially if that other person really likes you. It's not just about your feelings, your needs, your wants, you know. And my thing is, I don't know, I just kind of feel like somebody has already fallen in love with somebody. And it's way too late. It's way too late. It's kind of like you're not going to get out of it. And I mean, that's not no crazy shit. It's not on any crazy shit. So, this is the same as The Office. Okay, so it's just a different view. So that's looking at it from the side. Like if you were looking at the couch from the side, you would see this. Okay. So, that's going to be it though. That's going to be it. So we're going to come back and we're going to do something else. Maybe it'll be a little brighter next time. Okay. But until then, we'll see each other again. Thank you.